What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to do a haircut tutorial, but this isn't going to be a traditional haircut tutorial. I am going to kind of take you step by step, but I want to show you full picture what goes into a haircut. I don't want to be real technical. This is the one guard, this is the half. What better model to do that than my dad, who I've been cutting since day one of my haircuts. He has a really interesting hair growth. It gets really thick through here, and so I give him a 2 all the way around with a slight burst fade, because right in his temple area it gets really thick, and so the best route for him is to ball that out and taper that out, and then he gets to come over with a hard part that I recently put on. It's a lot lighter than nape, so I go a little bit lower. I used to ball that out. My mom didn't like that, and like as I get better at cutting hair, I can look and realize that that's not his best look. I go a little bit longer on that and take it down to a 2, which almost looks like a 1 or a half. It's a good haircut for him. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and wet his hair and section it right at his hard part. I don't put in the hard part till the very end. It's just kind of a preference thing of what I do, how I cut. And then he came in with bedhead, and so I blue dried it so it would essentially fluff up and prep it for cutting. You know, I could have told him to go take a shower, but that's not always easy for my dad. And I'm gonna go in, a 4 guard's always good. I'm gonna use that as the base guideline. And I use that comb to just kind of control the hair, feed the hair into the clipper. Mind you, this is my very first time doing a real haircut fade tutorial. I did a scissor cut about a year ago in February. So this is my first attempt. I like to continue doing these. I don't think my best gift is educating or teaching haircutting. Maybe it will be kind of figuring these things out. I think this is the best angle to kind of show you why I do clipper over comb. It can be a risky technique, but I really try to take it slow. I'll detail with scissor over comb. You can see where I'm pulling it out at. Pulling it out, angling up slightly to keep that bulk there. I don't want to go in and keep that square shape, because that's what makes a manly haircut. And it's funny because he just kind of sits in and gets whatever. Now I'm going in, he asked me
2 open, 2 closed.
Because he watched the video.
Start with a 2 open.
A boss dude cutting my hair, so he's kind of trying to guess what I'm doing. I'm going with the 3 open and closed, and just flicking out to the 4. Then I go in with the 2, flick out just at the bottom. Again, like I mentioned, it's what best fits his hair. It's a little bit lighter than the bottom, so I go in with the 2. I'm gonna ball this very small, maybe a dime size, shout out Yo Fonz, and then I'm gonna burst from that. So it's essentially a little mini burst fade, but it gets so.
He's thick!
I just think it fits him well. And adding contrast to the cut, what makes the fade pop is using that shaver and going from light to dark, really make the haircut pop for him. Then I go with the 1, just kind of debulk, set my shape, trying to get like a circular shape to keep the outside areas darker. Then I go in with my clipper open. I'm using the JRLs because I forgot my Babyliss charger. I'm usually rocking the Babyliss on Babyliss game, and my JRL's been getting a little bit louder recently, unfortunate. And so I just kind of working in. I initially sit in that 1 all the way around, and I'm kind of fading down with the half, and then I'll flick my 1.5 into that 3 or that 2 that I set earlier. And another thing to consider, especially on a burst fade, where you're creating a shape in the burst effect, the circle, and so you really want to take a step out and look and see not as much, oh, am I cutting a certain length, like the shade of it, what's going to lighten up that area, and really make sure you continue to have that circle effect, and maintaining symmetry. That's the word. He tries to line himself up on his beard, and he kind of messed it up. He's been waiting for a cut. I think something I'm really mindful of my dad. He's getting older, so his skin's a lot more loose than mine. Just keeping tension, making sure your client's comfortable. And something as I continue to cut hair and get better at, I spend a lot more time on the lines and really making sure that pops, because that's something that really makes the haircut pop. You know, you can kind of mess up the fade, you can kind of mess up the top, but really lining up well makes it pop. And so another thing is keeping it as natural as possible. You know, when I first started getting into lineups, it's, well, let's make this as crisp as possible, but you know, it's about the grow back too, because my dad's not gonna get a haircut all that often. You just get better at time with lineups and C-cups and really seeing things from a bird's eye view. Don't expect yourself to make a cut like this, and I'm still learning a ton. This isn't perfect. I'm looking at the cut now, I'm like, I could have done a little bit better right now. All right guys, so I lubricated the skin a little bit, made sure pull the skin tight to, 1, get a sharper line and keep my client comfortable. My father, he really likes when I do that. Let the razor do the work, apply a little bit of pressure, and I use stupid simple scissor work on the top Just going in detail and doing some scissor over comb, some small details to really make that haircut pop. And at the end, we applied a little beard oil. Thanks for coming to Dad. You know, coming across the house and getting a cut. We used to not look this good. We're looking a lot better these days. Still not perfect. I still see a little bit of things, but that's how it is. I'm really trying to make this YouTube channel. You know, I've been blessed with the ability to tell stories and create content, and want to use that to educate you guys and give you guys content you want. So comment what you liked, what you didn't like, and there'll be some more of these, some different versions of this. So appreciate you guys. Always hit the subscribe button if you feel so led. I really do. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm trying to put some time into this, and thank y'all. It's gonna look fresh, Dad. Chill out. Yeah, man.